Okay, so today I wanted to talk about trolling in VR chat. I was going through a couple of the furry worlds because I want to do a video on furries, but what I actually kept finding in a lot of these worlds was they were just full of trolls. For some reason, it seems that furry worlds typically have a lot more trolls than most. So here's an example right here. The taller yellow leopard-looking furry just continually tries to provoke the smaller blue furry. This goes on for like 20 minutes, just following him around and harassing him. The smaller blue furry kept trying to make peace or to just walk away, but the trolling furry's relentless and just kept following him everywhere. Take a look at this.
Why are you following me?
Why are you following me?
I was just going over here.
I'm going over here to like look at the mirror and you're following me.
Okay, well, I'll let you go to the mirror.
Alright,
There you go.
good. Oh, I'm going to the mirror.
So this is how trolling works. Often the troller uses gaslighting techniques to rage bait the person to the point where the victim is either screaming uncontrollably or apologizing for things that they didn't do. This person is what's known as a content troll. He runs around in VR chat rage baiting people to try and get them angry to do something stupid so that he can then post that clip to YouTube. There are actually a lot of really big VTubers out there that make a lot of money doing this sort of thing. Personally, I hate that kind of VTuber, and I would never want to be one of them. But yeah, I could tell just by watching that that's what this guy was doing. I later looked him up by his username, and sure enough, he's a content troll. I found his YouTube channel. He has a whole channel where he just trolls through VR chat rage baiting people. He does next to zero video production and next to zero editing, and then he just dumps the files onto YouTube and starts another one. Now, I'm not going to share the name of his channel because, you know what, I don't want to promote that kind of content. But the irony is that channels like this are typically more successful than channels like mine. It's just supply and demand. There's demand for that kind of content, and it's a higher demand than for the type of content that I make. I don't like it, but you know what? It's true. But no, I would never turn to trolling like this, even if it did mean more clicks and more watch hours. I despise these type of content creators. It was actually kind of funny though, because afterwards I was just finishing up an interview with a furry, and that same ragebait troll came up to us, interrupting our conversation, trying to see if one of us might be his next victim. That's him, the yellow leopard on the screen. You could only see part of him because I had my camera locked as I was trying to interview this nice furry, but check this out.
Those guys are
The good side is where it's less dramatic and there's less problematic things.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
This guy's a
What are you
troll, he's a
talking
content troll, and he's hoping to rage you so that he can clip it on YouTube.
I'm not a content troll. I asked
Wait,
what
is
she's
that
doing.
Daniel
I
Ackerman?
don't fall for
Imbecile.
rage baiters.
That's good.
I came
That's
over here and
Daniel
asked her what she's doing, and you think it's rage bait, buddy.
Yeah.
That's Rat Grave.
So, anyways, before he like interrupted me, man, what are you doing? May I know?
Well, I want to thank you for your time. My
that's
suggestion
right.
to you is that you probably don't engage too much with this guy, because like you said, he's a
Ignore him.
content troll.
He gets abused as a kid.
He will get you to say something stupid and then clip it on YouTube. I am not a troll, however. I thank you for your interview very much. That's really cool.
I would love to know.
So your YouTube channel, what's the name of it?
It's in my bio. It's a very small channel. This guy's probably bigger than me.
You have a
but
YouTube channel? Can I sub to you?
I actually followed you around rage baiting that guy. I'm actually thinking of using that clip of you.
No, that's against my will. I don't like being recorded on this game.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way, kitten. Sorry. So what can we do about these trolls? Well, nothing, really. When it really comes down to it, there's not much you can do about trolls other than block them, of course, which is probably the best way to deal with them. I mean, if the world has moderators, yeah, you could get the mods involved, but there's really not much an individual user can do against another user other than mute them and block them. Those are really the only tools available in VR chat. I mean, it's not like there's a VR gun that I can point at that person and respawn them. But you know what? Check this out. In Resonite, there is. So, as some of you know, Resonite is another VR platform. It's a different VR platform other than VR chat. So anyway, I asked some of my friends in Resonite how they deal with trolls, and one of them showed me this. Check this out.
So, right now, trolling almost never happens here. One of the reasons why, unlike VR chat, where the only thing you can do is just report someone or do a vote kick and hope it passes, in Resonite, you can kick and ban people from your session, And if that doesn't work, then you can pull out something like this. Let me find it. This may look like a simple particle weapon. It is not. I'm sure they'll be fine.
So what does that do?
It just kills them and has them respawn. In Resonite, you can make functioning weapons. Yes, trolls can make them as well. However, this is one of the only games where trolls, you can actually fight back against them. So when the troll pulls out a gun and starts respawning people, everyone in the session can start spawning out their guns and gunning down the trolls.
So keep in mind, in Resonite, the things that you possess in all the worlds. It's not like VR chat. Yeah, there are shooting games in VR chat, but you don't get to take the rifle with you when you leave. That's part of the world. It stays behind. But in Resonite, you do. In Resonite, your possessions go with you in all the worlds. Now, of course, you could then say, oh, well, Kinetic, the trollers will begin to fashion their own weapons too. Yeah, I suppose so. The trollers will make their own weapons, and the weapons that they fashion may look different and act different, but maybe they'll be more effective, maybe less effective. Maybe someone will even invent body armor to protect against those weapons. Maybe there'll be an arms race in virtual reality. How freaking cool would that be? I have to say that I continue to be intrigued by Resonite as a VR platform. It has a much smaller user base than VR chat right now, but I think in many ways it has a much greater potential for growth. I mean, think about it. A VR platform where you can carry possessions, maybe even a VR platform where you can fight back against the trolls. So my interest, my channel, is about virtual reality, an underappreciated new form of global communication that I believe will change the world. I believe that one measure of the effectiveness of virtual reality as a communications platform is going to be how closely it mirrors IRL society. Maybe one aspect of that is going to be measured by how we deal with troublemakers in our society. Maybe trolls are the outlaws of the Wild West. Maybe how we deal with trolls in virtual reality is going to be one of the metrics by which we judge that reflection in the mirror. So, how do you know if a mirror is effective? Well, when it shows you an accurate reflection. So, are we really starting to get hints of a potential arms race in virtual reality? Maybe even arming ourselves against outlaws like in the Wild Wild West, those outlaws being the trolls? If so, I ask you, is this reflection starting to look familiar to anyone? I don't know. Well, anyways, I want to thank you for joining me. I am Kinetic, and I'll see you next time.